Well, I know that I said that each room is my favorite, because the family room was my favorite, the foyer was my favorite that we redid, but now I have a new favorite, which is my living room. And
Also known
as my room. Kara's room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eddie now says, "Are you Kara's room? Are you sitting in your room?" But I just love this room. Before, it just seemed very dark and drab, dated, chunky furniture. But I love how you got this all started.
Well, as usual, I have to have an inspiration piece, and for me, I usually do, either art or rug or whatever. In this case, I really was looking for some art and the colors, the size, and then also some of the gold that we are working with in the dining room, which we'll look at in a second. But this had it all. It had the movement that we wanted, the colors that we're going for, and that little touch of gold. So yeah, this was the inspiration piece that got it all started.
Exactly. And my couch, we had a couch here. First we had a leather couch that was just very big and bulky and all scratched up from the dogs. And then we had a brown microfiber couch, which was very comfortable though.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were looking at new couches, you came up with a brilliant idea.
Well, and these days we all know about supply and demand. And if you said it's comfortable.
Exactly.
We take naps on it. It's a sleeper sofa. So to replace that's going to be a lot of money. Timeline wise, like who knows when we could have gotten it? It could have been 6 months. It could have been 18 months. We don't know. And then if you're customizing it as well, it's going to take a long time and it's going to cost a lot of money. Because this was in such good shape, again, it's comfortable, we decided to get it upholstered. And I went to one of my favorite little fabric places, dug and dug and dug, and I found $5 a yard fabric. So
yeah,
we were
it's unbelievable.
Yes, and this is plush. Like this is not cheap fabric.
We had your upholsterer even check to make sure how durable it was.
Right. So yeah, this was a good move, and it was a money saver, and it looks like it's brand new.
It certainly does. And I just love the lamps that you chose. I love the texture of it, and it makes it look a little casual.
That's right. Mm-hmm. It's okay. There are so many rules in design, but one of the designs right now, one of the rules is eclectic. You can bring in different styles into one room. And what I was really looking for with your lamps in particular, knowing that we were going to use this piece, I really wanted lamps that had some wood. I wasn't worried about perfectly matching the wood, but I did want to tie in the wood somewhere. And these lamps had the right color. They weren't huge and overwhelming. And I felt like those worked really well. Again, to tone it down, because you said, if I'm investing in this room that I usually don't go in very often, I want to use it.
So I didn't want it to be like so formal.
Right. So that was a nice way to tone it down just a little bit.
And as you mentioned, this was my parents, so I really wanted to keep it. I used to keep this in the dining room. You just didn't even notice it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also love that this mirror up here, I had in my bonus room. And the reason why I had it in my bonus room was because it was my parents. And on the top here, it had these gold, I don't even know what you'd call them, leaves almost. Branches.
It was a lot. It was overwhelming.
And that's why I didn't really do anything with it, because I'm like, this just is a little too gaudy for me. And you came up with the idea. We looked behind it, and it just had some, it was just screwed in, that whole top piece. So we took some pliers and screwdrivers and took that top piece off, and then we were left with this beautiful mirror, which having it placed here is just perfect.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. Again, wanting these rooms, they're open to each other, so we want them to be cohesive. So you've got a little touch of traditional in here,
yes,
and the casual, and you were able to use, we said, we're probably going to want to buy a mirror. No, we didn't have to. Use what you have when you can. And I love it that day you were like, let's do it now. And you went and got your tools, and we started running stuff off.
I know, that was so funny. And talking of using what you have, this table used to have dark wood and had black wrought iron on the bottom.
Right.
And your mom was sweet enough to do a huge favor, because I know she doesn't do this
She
often,
does not do it all the
but
time.
she painted this table. She also ended up painting this end table over here, which was dark wood. So painting it white, putting on, you know, these beautiful
Oh yeah, those knobs are awesome, yeah.
So I already had this. I already had this. I also already had this mirror, which had dark wood. The black wrought iron was all here. And once again, your mom did a wonderful job of painting the mirror that we already had.
Oh yeah, it really, really lightened it up, and it's just beautiful. They look like new pieces now.
I know.
So.
I know. And of course, you know, my favorite, again, I know I keep saying favorite, but I think the most thoughtful and touching pieces are these two pictures that your mom painted. So not only do they have the colors of the room, but she was so thoughtful in that she incorporated my mom's initials in the top, the R and the Z and the C, which was just so thoughtful. So every time I'm in this room, I look at these pictures and I think of my sweet mom, which is just so special.
That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted.
Your mom also painted this lamp, which was black wrought iron. So again, tying in just using what we had and making it look updated. These chairs.
Oh yes.
Were such a find.
You spotted these in one of them. They were separated.
They were.
And we didn't know that there were two. We knew we wanted two chairs. And you spotted this. You were like, hey, there's something over there. I love that color. And
yeah.
They happen to have two of them.
So not only do I love the color, they're very comfortable. I have this thing about chairs. They might look great, but they're not comfortable. And these are so comfortable and just so unique looking.
They're beautiful. They are really pretty.
The rug.
The rug.
What a story there is behind this rug.
Yes, we've mentioned Home Goods 100 times, but I will look at Home Goods for rugs, and we had not really seen anything we wanted because we had such a colorful piece of art and we had a lot of different colors and textures going on. I really wanted just the blue mainly to come out. But I was actually another client of mine. I had sent her over to Haverty's, and I told her about a sale, and she just took some pictures and said, you're right, they have some really good deals. And through her pictures, I saw this one, and I was like, oh, that might work for Kara. So I called you and was like, meet me at Haverty's. I think I found the rug. But this was a $1,500 rug.
Yep.
They had it on display.
Yes.
They cleaned them and they heavily discount them. I think it ended up being $199.
Yes.
For a $1,500 rug.
Exactly.
So this isn't like 10%
and you're not
off.
gonna find even a rug in Home Goods or these other stores for that price.
Right.
For the size and everything and the quality.
So that was another way that we really got quality, at a big discount, and it worked for what we needed for sure.
I know. Well, again, I love this room so much. The traditional, along with the pops of color, and having it be a more updated look.
Yes, I love Kara's room.
I do too. And next, we'll go to the dining room.
Yes.